use that title to provoke people, to get them to say, okay, well, what is this all about? Because, most people don't like being manipulated. I love being manipulated. I love manipulating other people. As a matter of fact, I'm probably an expert on manipulation on many, many levels, and even better, people pay me more than $150 an hour so that I can manipulate them. It's quite a job title, huh? Manipulator. Well, I don't go by that, and we can sugarcoat things. If you like, we can call it ethical influence or noble influence. I give a high five to Brian because it's like he totally set me up, probably more than any of the other speakers, because he was talking about the influence that we have on each other. And it's so true. So the first question I would have for you is, can I make you mad? We're going to explore that. And then after we talk about if I actually can make you mad, we'll see if I can make you mad or not. We're going to look at the 5 bases of manipulation, or what I like to call the archetypes. These are the personas that all of us carry. You carry, trust me, each one of these faces. You may use some of them more than others. You can think of like a mask that you put on, because that's literally what the word persona means, it's a mask. And so what we're doing is we are putting these personas on in way of influencing and affecting the people that are around us. And then we're going to look at the manipulation mix. Why would somebody pay me more than $150 an hour to manipulate them? And other people go to people that help them figure out, well, why did I get manipulated? So there's some difference between how I manipulate people and how other people manipulate people. We're going to talk about 2 key features of my manipulation that make it to where it's value worthy, and that would be awareness and accountability. 2 most important hinges behind all of the work that I'm going to be sharing with you today. And then finally, we're going to talk about the 6 areas of influence that leaders have, and we're going to do an exercise right at the very end. So while I am doing what I'm doing, I want you to kind of concoct in your brain a true story, a 1-minute story, because we're going to be working with a partner today and exploring something called sensory acuity. It's a really powerful tool for you to learn how to be able to connect and create that awareness and accountability that's going to make you effective, safe, productive leaders. So first of all, let's take a look. Can I actually make you mad? Has anybody ever said that? Oh, you make me so mad. Oh, you just drive me nuts. Oh, I can't stand the things that you do because it just makes my blood curl or it frustrates me. Well, really and honestly, nobody can make you mad, right? Have you ever been told that? Mom, dad say, nobody, your brother and sister, they can't make you mad. Well, technically it's true. I mean, really what's happening, that trigger that you have, that mad, that frustration, that anxiety, the depression, whatever you're feeling, that comes from a pattern and a habit that you have in your psychology. It's basically a trail that your brain has forged that says, when I encounter this situation, I need to go this way. It really has nothing to do with the external event. You know, like I like to tell my daughter all the time, she's 8 years old, and she's starting to explore this idea, I'm bored, Daddy. So she'll tell you, she doesn't say that much anymore, because I'm like, there's no such thing as boring times, only boring people. And that's true. And a lot of the work I do when I work with people in way of life coaching and what I call lifestyle architecture is to help them figure that part out. That yeah, if life sucks, it's me. And if things are boring, there's something I can do about it. So while I cannot make you mad, I can provoke you with my words and with my tone and with my intonation. I can provoke you to the point that you'll come here and listen to me talk for an hour simply based on a sentence I wrote. How powerful is that? Unlocking the power of manipulation. It was provocative enough to get some people into these seats for just that alone. So words are very, very powerful. And we're going to talk about how powerful they are, because really when you look at it, and we'll see this again, look at the word sword and stone. It's words and tones. It's just the S has been rearranged. So it's that powerful that our words and tones, if we don't check them and have that awareness and accountability, they do become swords and stones. And that's what we're going to learn about today, is how to manipulate people in a really good, healthy way. So why do people manipulate in the first place? Whether they come to me and I help manipulate them in a way that they like, or someone else is manipulating them, in any of those cases, what we're doing behind manipulation is we're either trying to get something from someone, their attention, their time, their money, those valuable resources, or we are trying to escape something. No, I don't want to work that job. I don't like that job. Have Al do it. He likes dealing with those people. So that person might manipulate the information so that way they get the gig that they want. So manipulation is everywhere. And whether you like it or not, you are manipulating other people too. But why do we get so hung up about that word manipulate? Because honestly, where that word manipulate comes from is, who speaks Spanish? Who knows what manos? What's manos? What are those? Yeah, those are your hands, right? So manipulate means to skillfully use your hands on something. So that's where it technically comes from. But the reason that this changed was right around the end of the 19th century and the beginning of the 20th century when we got into psychology. When we started to articulate these labels of these what they call personality B cluster disorders. Who's heard of that stuff? I think you haven't dated the people I've dated. No. So these cluster B personality disorders, these would be your schizophrenic. These would be your sociopath. Sorry, not schizophrenic, your sociopath. This would be your the people that are going to manipulate you, the narcissist. And they've got different flavors of narcissism too. It's pretty wild. Those are the kind of manipulators that you need to be aware of. And by the end of today, what I'm hoping is that you're actually going to get more comfortable with the word manipulation, that you're going to realize how much you enjoy getting manipulated, and also, most importantly, be able to safeguard yourself and your employees from being manipulated by one another. And of course, most importantly from that, is to make sure that you yourself as a leader do not manipulate people in a negative, destructive way, which is going to cost the company money. And it's going to cost them people too. Last year my talk was really heavy. It was on suicide and homicide in the workplace. And it was pretty deep and it was heavy. So today is going to be much, 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 much lighter than that. But I want you to understand that the importance is every bit the same, because the stuff that I'm going to teach you today can actually save lives based upon how you think and how you observe things in a completely different way.